fabulous fabric from the land of the Five Rivers.
Years ago, when we came to Los Angeles, I really believed that the greatness of the Raiders would be in its future.
The Raiders are a really interesting team. We don't love the ownership, but they have a new front office, a new coach from New England.
If Josh McDaniels don't turn the team around this year, it's to be fired.
Not a lot has gone right for the Raiders under this regime.
They're doing what they do best. They are trying to lose. They should probably find a new hobby because it is going to be a disaster.
Okay. We back, y'all.
What's going on, guys?
We back yet after another loss. Hopefully, we can get a win. One of these days, we'll get.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not trying to start in a negative way. Did y'all check out that last intro? As you can see on the top right, it says undrafted. Man, let the people know what the big announcement is.
So, man, we've been going back and forth with this. This has been in development for a while, just coming up with a show name. You know, everybody who's been following us for a while, we were asking you guys, hey, what's a good show name? And so we just went to the drawing board. We just really simplified it to what does it mean for us to do what we do, and what is our mentality? What do we stand for? And, man, we really landed on undrafted. And to be an undrafted, man, you've got to work for everything that you got. Everybody looks over you. You've got to put in the work. You got to go the extra mile. And we feel like that resonates with us over here and what we do. And we just appreciate everybody who's been along this journey with us. We started last year at like week, I don't know, what was it? Week 2, week 3. And just the amount of shows.
Game 1.
Yeah, game 1, man. Just like the amount of shows. Yeah. It's been awesome. But yeah, man, that's what it kind of meant for me. I guess, Pharaoh, you can kind of lean into what it meant for you. But nah, man, I just think undrafted is just a gritty, hardworking, earn everything, go after it, go get it. And that's what we stand for.
Yeah, I just want to say that now I'm just playing with y'all. Hey, man, you know I love the name. To be honest with you, if you really think about it, everybody's undrafted. You watching sports, you're an undrafted player. To be honest with you, you're undrafted. But yeah, man, I feel like it resonates. I like the show name. I like everything about it. And me and Ray been doing this for a minute, so this is gonna be moving forward. This the undrafted show. So that intro, that small intro that you just seen, is just a sneak preview. It is not done yet. Should we some people are just joining us? Let's give them a little round two. Let's give them round two.
Yeah. This is
that was fire, but it's not done yet. We gotta. It's not officially rated out. Like it gotta be. We gotta make it like we gotta make it a part of Raider Nation. We gotta make it for it's a Raider show at the end of the day. Let's be honest here. So it's not done yet. When it's done, it's gonna be epic. But that being said, we appreciate everybody being patient with us. We're gonna get into the chat real quick. And salute to the people that support us. We appreciate all of y'all.
And make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, man. Let everybody know where you're at tonight. Share this with another Raider fan. Share it to your social media platform. If you do that on IG, I'll reshare it to my story. We just appreciate all the love and support, man. Let's other Raider fans know where you're tuning in at tonight.
Yeah, and All Eyes is starting it off right now, man. Hey, man, he's starting it off right. Appreciate you coming through, man. My guy Oscar in the building, man. Always supporting, man. Always coming through. Appreciate you, my guy. We got Kadril Riggins, Raider Nation from Albany. Hey, man, appreciate. I think this is the first time, man. I'm gonna have to give you. I got to give you the air horn. Appreciate you coming through, brother. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to both of our channels. We're going live on both Raider Ray and Pharaoh NFL's channel. So if you guys haven't already, like I said, like Ray said, make sure to hit that like button. Hit that like button.
I don't hear any of the soundboard stuff.
You're not hearing nothing.
No.
Not even the air horn. Oh my God. I thought I was on point right now.
I don't even know how much your mic is coming in.
Okay. Technical difficulties. Take over the chat real quick and I'll try to.
I got you. All right, man. Let's go up to the top, man. Look, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys like the Undrafted, man. It's been a long time coming. We've been trying to put in a ton of work for the show to give you guys the best content possible. Kendro, thank you for coming. J-Dub is in the building. Pharaoh, salute. Raider Way is in the building. What is going on, Raider Way? I hope you're doing good, man. Dodgers, everything is in the building. Shout out to you, Dodgers. It's nice to see you. Raider Tiger, hey, smarten up. We're going to get into it, man. Mark Davis is an absolute circus. I'm just going to save it. I'm just going to say this. Don't get me started, Raider Tiger. Austin Avila says, ready for a group therapy session tonight. We all need it, right, man? Tiger, Raider Tiger. I'm done, bro. Fired him. Chewed out his rookie draft pick with his first ever. Dude, that was... Okay, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it here in a minute, man. Let's see here.
So
Alex,
no one heard the sound effects.
Hit one again. Hit the like button real quick. Perfect. You're good.
Man, I thought I was on fire right now, but I guess not. I gotta do this over again. I gotta do that over again, man. Okay. I put the air horn and no one was hearing it. Hold up.
There we go. That feels more like it.
Yep.
Arkham says Raider, fire intro. Alex says tight intro.
Thank you.
Let's see here.
We're still work in progress. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna make sure it's 100% Raiders, no doubt.
Oh, the wife is pulling up, man. I appreciate you, honey. Thank you. Let's see here. McDaniels not asking for a replay of Adams is unreal. Yeah, we'll talk about that one too, man. We'll talk about that.
Hold on 1 second. Let me try to get.
No, you can't take away. Okay, everybody's debating. T. Severe's in here debating. I love
it. As usual. You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? And I put this in. I put this in the title. This is an official call-in show, so we're gonna have it from the beginning. So at any point you guys want to call in and talk about the game, Talk about how you feel about the Raiders.
This is going to be one of those episodes that it's just the Raider Nation got to let their heart, you just kind of got to talk about how you're feeling right now because all is not well within the Raider Nation. So we're here to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about how we feel about Josh McDaniels specifically, some of the things that went on in the game, some players, we'll dabble into that, man. But the state of the Raiders right now, man, it's not good. And coming off of a performance like that against the Chargers, when you start a rookie and you come in with a game plan, this is me personally, this is my opinion. You come into a game like this with the Chargers with a game plan as almost as if Jimmy G was starting.
Mm-hmm.
Like the design passes were not there. The ability to run play action wasn't there. Establishing the run with the rookie. I mean, and then to watch our head coach treat Aiden O'Connell the way that he did on the sidelines when he would mess up, like it wasn't even, bro, that wasn't even like your mentoring. Like it felt like you were out there like hoping that this was the way it was going to go.
You think he feels the heat? He feels the heat?
I don't think he feels any heat. That's the problem.
No, the reason why I say that, right, is because if someone who feels that hot seat, they're going to be critical of every little thing because they feel that pressure. They feel like, oh, okay, everything has to go right. But in reality, like, he should have made it a little bit more easier for Aiden O'Connell. I'm not sure if he had the best game plan for Aiden O'Connell. Like, I felt like, shout out to Mark John NFL from Tape Don't Lie. He had a stat where he said that the Raiders had Aiden O'Connell do play action 8% of the drop plays, preseason 42%. So, I just felt like he was wheeling and dealing in preseason. Preseason is a whole different ball game at the end of the day. Right. It's not the same. I'm not going to compare it. We all know it's all simple vanilla. I get it. But I just felt like it could have been a little bit better. I felt like they could have made it a little bit more easier. And going back to Tape Don't Lie, like, shout out to them. He pointed out that they ran the same play in the red zone prior. So like the last time they were in red zone, they ran that pick play, didn't work, ran it a second time and pick six, or pretty almost pick six, but he picked it off. But what did you think of Aiden O'Connell overall?
I think he was put in a position. I mean, look, I'm going to live and die on the sword that I don't think it was the wrong decision to go out there and start AOC. I thought that was the right move to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to go back on that. And two, for a guy who has not getting second team reps throughout the weeks to go into a game with a game plan that, let's be honest, did not feel like it was designed for Aiden O'Connell. There was a lot of holding on to the ball, long developing routes down the field where you had to stand in the pocket. I mean, Jermaine Illuminor gets sacked or gives up, 4 or 5 sacks alone. Colton Miller lets up a sack to Khalil Mack. You give up 6 sacks to Khalil Mack on a rookie quarterback, and you don't develop a game plan to get the ball out quick to go to, you know what I mean? Where's Michael Mayer? Where's Austin Hooper? Where's you getting your tight ends involved in the game? I will say this, he had more targets to Hunter Renfrow in this game than Renfrow's had all season. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that was a positive. But,
yeah,
look, to be honest with you, man, the fact that Josh McDaniels put him out there in a situation with a game plan like that is so terrible. Like, I knew from the moment just watching him stand in the pocket and watching these long, deep routes start to develop, I'm like, man, why are you – it's early on in the game, and we were messaging as the game was going on. I'm like, man, why are you trying to get him in sync? Why aren't you trying to get him in rhythm?
That's not what he does, though.
It's terrible, though. Like, this is what you do when you're starting a rookie who hasn't had a lot of preparation.
But he doesn't do that. He didn't do that with Carr, learning a new offense, getting, trying to – when Carr was struggling, he didn't do that. He's not doing it with Jimmy G, obviously. He doesn't do that. He doesn't, try to get quarterbacks in rhythm. I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, I
don't think he helped Aiden O'Connell by any means.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there wasn't any – I don't know, bro. Just the play calling, the decision, like how he was just carrying himself. Aiden O'Connell would come back to the sideline and he's just like rolling his eyes and shaking his head. Like, bro, this is the guy you drafted. Go over there, acknowledge him, sit down with him, get the corrections made. Yeah, he turned the ball over 3 times, but at the end of the game, he gave you an opportunity to drive down the football field. I believe he threw 9 consecutive passes in that last drive, and then you get 3 yards away. Not to mention, let's not even talk about the Devontae Adams touchdown that you don't throw a challenge flag on. That was another situation in general. But you get down to the 3-yard line with the ability to punch the ball in. Why not hand it off to Josh Jacobs? You started to create momentum in the run game. And then you go to a picks play that failed.
Shorter routes. It felt like they were trying to go deeper routes. And
Austin Hooper,
and
Michael Mayer.
And the Chargers were kind of ready for that. They were pretty much rushing forward, dropping everybody in coverage. And I don't know.
But the fact, you late in the game, you started to get success with running the football. You're 3 yards away from punching it in and tying it. It's first down. Run a play action and get your tight ends involved. Get them matched up on a linebacker. Like, out of all the plays in your repertoire, you go to a rub route. You go to a rub route that failed earlier in the game. Like,
they don't have an identity on offense at all right now.
Bro.
You would think it would be the run game, because they had so much success with Josh Jacobs last year. That's been non-existent all year long. I thought it got a little bit better this week. We saw some signs against the Steelers a little bit, maybe in the second half especially. But let's be honest, it was when they were coming back 23-7, and the Steelers are kind of going into soft coverage because they know that the Raiders need to come back. But against the Chargers, I felt like, okay, we're at least not losing yards. But going back, we had some nice gains here and there, but it wasn't consistent enough. They didn't stick to it enough. I felt like they, it was just.
When you look at the stat line, though, I do think that the Raiders defense showed up.
Oh yeah, that's
second half. That was a bright spot
to me. That was a bright spot. I thought they kind of started off a little bit shaky, especially stopping the run. And I remember I told you that. I said the Chargers are going to try to get the run game going. They had over 200 some yards the first game, a total of 91 yards the 2 games prior before they played the Raiders. So, they're going to get that going. And lo and behold, number 12, man, that dude is super fast. I don't know. Is he he's a wide receiver, right?
Yeah, he's a depth piece. They just started trying to use him like that.
Man, maybe we can use Trey Tucker like that. How about we use Trey?
We talked about it. We've talked about it before, lining up behind the line of scrimmage and getting passes out quick to him. We've talked about that, but
we got
that type of creativity doesn't live in New England, I guess. I mean, Las Vegas.
Or, maybe Josh McDaniels, we've talked about before, is just he's a solid coordinator. That's maybe head coach is just too much to handle for him. I don't know. It's really, to be honest with you, I think there's I don't want to be super negative because after the game I was so mad because we're down 20.
I didn't want to talk. I did not.
I was supposed to go live. At halftime and all the way to the end of the game, like a straight game cast. And I was just like, nah, I'm not. I don't even feel like doing this. I'm not gonna do this. I don't want that.
How many times can we come on here and defend this, right? And then when you start talking about it, and it just starts sounding like the same thing every week because it's the same issues that progress in the game, and we talk about how we can potentially address it. We stay positive. We talk about how they could get guys going, and it's the same product week after week. There's no adjustment, and they keep preaching about, oh, we're going to take a look in the mirror and we're going to make the changes that need. No, you don't. You're running the same exact offense. It's garbage. You can't humble yourself. You can't look in the mirror and say, hey, me as a head coach, my offensive system is an absolute joke. How can I get these guys in a position to succeed? The fact that the Raiders have all the talent in the world, we can't even get past 20 points a game in the modern NFL. Come on, man.
20 points a game. We can't score.
Can't even touch it. We're struggling to get to 20, bro.
Yeah. And it's the crazy thing is that we have weapons, we have talent, we have weapons but the quarterback position has been tough. Everybody that's been in that position right now has been struggling, and McDaniels for some reason cannot figure that out right now. He cannot get something going. I think last year the run game kind of saved us, but this year it's not there to save us anymore. I mean, until it's figured out completely.
Which makes this offense a house of cards because it's built upon a solid run game. So you get these quarterbacks standing in the pocket, a guy like a Jimmy G and a guy like AOC and Brian Hoyer. Dude, when I seen Brian Hoyer on the sidelines putting his helmet on, I was just like, oh no, bro. Like, oh no.
Because I'm not gonna lie, as much as I like Aiden O'Connell, I was super excited. He did look like a rookie out there. He didn't. It almost felt like he when he was in the pocket, he just felt like he didn't really feel the pressure around him.
And
you got to. So at some point, you have to like figure out, okay, this pass rush is like this O line is not protecting long enough, and so you got to be able to go through your progressions a little bit faster. And he didn't adjust to that, and we seen all those fumbles. And I thought it was interesting when the beat reporters and reporters asked Josh McDaniels about Khalil Mack and like, what did you do to try to stop him? He had 6 sacks, and he said they did everything. We tried doing this, that, and the third. And then ESPN, they have this thing called Next Gen Stats, and it pretty much stated that the Raiders only double teamed Mack twice the entire game. So now I'm really interested in watching the game over and just focusing on what were they doing for Khalil Mack, because he was unstoppable. And I told you that was one of the matchups going into the game. I'm like, Khalil Mack and Cole Miller. Cole Miller, he struggles against power rushers, and Khalil Mack is one of the better ones out there. And
but that's the problem with this offense though too, dude, is like going into a game without Joey Bosa, without Derwin James, like they're missing some key pieces, specifically on the defensive side of the football. And Khalil Mack being the primal focal point of that defense, and you don't come in with a gameplay, especially with a rookie quarterback, to get chips and doubles and getting the ball out quick and running 12 personnel and getting your tight ends involved so it can open up play action. And bro, it's just, here's the thing. Either we are completely oblivious, have no idea what we're talking about when it comes to football, and compared to the NFL coaches, I know nothing. Yeah. But when we're sitting here, there are ways to get momentum going with this Raiders offense. Yeah. And they're not doing it. It's like they're sticking to their own way, their own ideology. They believe that, nope, I can coach this, I can get this going. And the fact of the matter is we're sitting at 1-3 going into a Monday Night Football game where there's a good chance you could start the season off 1-4. And players like Devontae Adams are not going to want to be bought into this. You have a small window of opportunity of Josh McDaniels to get things going. And it just feels like from Josh McDaniels to Mark Davis, like there is no urgency. Like Mark Davis saying like the smarten up to Raider fans, like, and that's a whole nother topic of conversation, bro. It's just, how long do we have a guy like Devontae with things keep going like this?
Yeah, Raider Tiger says 1st and goal, 4-yard line, 2-minute warning, plus 3 timeouts left for the LA Chargers, and you go for a quick score on an out route to Jacoby. And like I said, man, shout out to Tape Don't Lie. They pointed out that on the previous red zone trip, the Raiders called the same play, and it didn't work, and it came back to bite them because it went wrong on so many different levels. Jacoby Myers didn't get his head turned around. On top of that, it was a bad read by Aiden O'Connell, but I just didn't feel like he should be, it's not a tough play for him to figure out, but I just felt like they should have ran the ball. Give it to the closer. Give it to man. You seen how Jacobs was running the ball hard. Jacobs was catching the ball at the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 18 and getting the first down. Give that guy the ball. I want to see him get the ball. The Charger killer, the Bronco killer, But that's just me, and a whole lot.
Yeah, bro. Just the play call. It's like you try to get cute. AOC starting to get in a rhythm late in that game. I don't even know if they ran a run play that final drive. You know what I mean? Like they were just throwing it, 4th down, boom, gets it out to Devontae. Like he was moving the ball. Yeah, man, it's just a play call, bro. I don't know, man. This coaching staff, this organization right now, it's so frustrating to talk about, because how long are we going to continue to just spin our tires in the mud, man? Like how many times?
Your audio went out. Let's see here. Let's get
fan base is trying to fire somebody, bro. It's just, and then you got your owner saying to smarten up. Like clearly Mark Davis has Josh McDaniels back. and Josh McDaniels knows it. So it's like, is Mark Davis even going to have a team that's bought in, like locker room wise? If players see that the owner's not going to move on from a head coach who's incompetent and unable to win football games, like what does that do to the team internally?
Yeah. And let me speak to this right here. Raider Way says we don't dominate, we keep it close and lose. So I actually seen something where the Raiders have been in the most one possession games since last year, 16, and they're 5-11, which is 27. That's good for 27th in the league. So if they keep it close, they're pretty much losing these games. This year, well, obviously we're 1-3. They only have one win. And we won a close game against Denver, and that Denver win seems like, damn, like that game.
It looks terrible now.
Oh my god, because Denver right now doesn't look like they don't look like a good football team at all. And yeah, man, I just think that the Raiders, man, they got a lot of different types of issues. Their offense can't get going even when they keep it close. They can't finish in close games. They're making a whole lot of mental mistakes. Oh my god. I almost threw the remote at the TV when David Long Jr. had the neutral zone penalty. You're a cornerback. Why are you lining up? Like, come on. Like, what are you doing?
He did come back and have a few good plays.
He had a solid game. But in the moment, I agree, bro. I was heated. I'm like, come on. That Max Crosby had a sack. He should have 3 sacks and a forced fumble. Instead, he finished the game with 2 sacks. They led and they went ahead and scored a touchdown. Justin Herbert ended up scoring a pretty much.
How did you feel about the officiating?
Oh, it was disgusting.
It was so garbage.
Oh, it was terrible.
That push off,
the crack
triple
block,
coverage,
the crack block that they.
But at the end of the game, who was it? I don't even care what his name is. But it was that deep shot that Herbert took at the end of the game. Clearly push off. Like you called the same call against the Raiders earlier.
Yeah.
As a push off, and it happened on the final play of the game. Like I don't know, bro.
Yeah. You know what it is. You know what it is with the with the refs, man. I like they got some against the silver and black, man. You already know what it is. The history, Al Davis. Man, maybe probably until this team gets sold to someone they like or something. I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
But
I think he's gonna hold on to this team until he has nobody to pass it to.
Yeah, which is kind of strange, man. Like
he has nobody to pass this thing down to. And Carroll's still alive, right? Carroll's still alive, and it's still technically her team, right?
How old is Carroll?
She's
100.
She is 143.
180 years old. Nah. I don't even know. To be honest with you. Hold on one second. Oh, hold on one second. Hey, Severe, I see you calling. Hold on one second so I can set this up real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. If you want to get into the chat real quick.
I got you, bro. Yeah, I'm sure you guys feel the same way. We're gonna hop into it. Let's see, man. Where's a good place to start, man? You guys are just.
If you can go to where where it's highlighted, you could. I think you see it on your side too.
Luis Lopez says, I disagree. He was poised towards the end. You could tell he was getting comfortable. He looked better than Jimmy G. I thought him going through reads looked better than Jimmy G. Obviously, he held onto the ball for too long, which is quite opposite of what we've been seeing from Jimmy G. As soon as he hikes the ball, it's just like he's panicking. You got a call?
You see the number? It's 628-333-9343. Severe, I think that was you calling. If you want to go ahead and call back, it's all good. You see the number 628-333-9343, I believe, till it comes back around. I don't have this memorized top of my head, but 628-333-9343 is the number. But yeah, I'm not totally getting on Aiden O'Connell. I didn't think he had the greatest game. He looked like a rookie at times, had a slow start, turned the ball over. He's gonna get better. That's just gonna get better.
I will say this. I do want to gravitate into some positivity of the defensive side. I thought Tyree, when his hand isn't in the dirt and he's standing up off the edge, was a lot more productive. Okay, now, I'm not saying he was like a super. Is he there?
Yeah. Let me just answer this real quick.
Call from.
Yes, me.
Yeah, it's me. Oh, it's
Severe Raider in the building, man. Appreciate
going on,
you coming through. What's going on? What's going on, man?
yeah, it's me.
Nothing much, man. Can y'all hear me? I got some different headphones, man. Can y'all
Yeah, I
hear
hear
me?
you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
We can hear you.
For sure, man. I've been having to choose violence since Sunday night, bro. So it's I'm at the, I'm choosing it today too, man. Cause man, people just, like I said, man, it is. Do you guys know what circular logic is?
No, enlighten me.
Go ahead. Say your stuff.
Circular logic is when you come to a conclusion before you see the evidence. And then you use whatever evidence that you see to justify that conclusion that you already came up with, right?
Yeah.
So even if you see things that are contrary to what that particular conclusion was, in any instance, you will ignore it or disregard that and focus just on the things that justify your original conclusion. And then you will use that as evidence to say the conclusion that you have is right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So perfect example, right? So Ray, we talked about long developing routes.
Yeah.
Why are we having all these long developing routes? What did people say they needed out of AO that Jimmy G wasn't providing?
Taking deep shots.
Push the ball downfield, right?
Yeah.
That's what we said we wanted. We have that, and now we're saying, why did you do that? We had a quarterback. We talk, and another thing, people always complain about, oh, why is this the participation trophy generation? Why are we giving out trophies to people that aren't playing well at second place? Your quarterback, 24 years old. I don't want to hear he's a rookie. He's a 4-year starter in college. Spent 6 years in college. He's a fucking doctor in football. Or 25 now, right? Just turned 25 in September, right?
Yeah.
Dude is older than dudes that's on their second contract in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I don't want to hit. I'm not holding your hand, bro. You had a QBR of 8 on a scale of 1 to 100, bro. I'm not holding your hand. You fumbled the ball 3 times, 2 of them unforced, bro. I'm not holding your hand, man. Like, stop
Wait. Say the QBR again, man. Say the QBR.
I had a QBR of 8 on a scale of 1 to 100, bro. No, nah, man. I'm not about to sit up here and lie to your face and lie to the people, bro. A lot of unforced errors, a lot of patting the ball. You got, like, what do you tell a man with 2 black eyes? Nothing, because he's been told twice. Bro, if you keep holding the ball and you get sacked, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
Get the ball out of your hands, man. At some point, you got to get the ball out of your hands. And that last play, first of all, this nonsense about, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand situational football, bro. That's like, why don't you run the ball from the 4-yard line? First of all, analytics tells you that if you're at the 1 or the 2-yard line, the most likely play to score is a run play. When you're at the 3-yard line, it's about 50-50. A run edges it out. But when you're at the 4, you are more likely to score on a pass play than you are in a run play. We had 1 timeout in the 2-minute warning. The Chargers had 3 timeouts. In that situation, your goal is to get a quick score, preserve your timeout, use your timeout in the 2-minute warning to hope for a 3-and-out. You're hoping to get the ball back with a little over 1 minute left on the clock with the ability to win the ball game with the field goal. That is your goal. And then you might even have more time on the clock depending on what San Diego does, because they might not want to run the ball, right? They're either going to run the ball and try to kill the clock and play for overtime, or they might chance it and start throwing the ball. But if they do that, that could potentially leave more time for you on the clock. So you're putting them in a situation where they have to decide, should we go for the win here and potentially not make them burn their timeouts at all and still have a timeout in the bag and get the ball back? Or do we try to kill the clock, make them use their timeouts and leave them with as little time as possible left on the clock with the rookie quarterback hoping to drive in for the win? So you're putting the onus on them, and then you're gaining control of the game, because at the end of the game, the ball is in your hand. And there's another thing. People keep saying it's the same play. It was a different play. Only thing that was the same was that route concept on that side, and it was a rollout. Other than that, it was 11 personnel. We had Trey Tucker with the over route on the other side, and Devontae and Jacoby were they were further apart because they were hoping to disguise the fact that they were going to run a pick play, because generally you don't run the pick play when the two receivers are that far apart. So it was a different play, different personnel grouping, and a different formation. So the only thing similar on the play was that particular route concept and a rollout. Like, other than that, everything else is different. So how is it the same play? Like, that's what I'm saying. People just say stuff, and because they know it's feeding onto what the people want to hear. Like, don't lie to people, bro. Just keep it real. Like, it's not the same play. And I saw the tape don't lie thing, bro. It's like, it was a different formation, different personnel grouping, like, different, and they had an additional route. And if Aiden O'Connell holds the ball for like a second longer, Trey Tucker is getting open in the back of the end zone on that over route because so much attention is being paid to Devontae and to Jacoby.
Okay,
but
Severe.
He decided to throw the ball.
Severe. Not to cut you off, but all right. Let's speak about that. All right. So
we got to unpack because there was a lot of things said there. We got to unpack.
Yeah. So what do you say about? Because and shout out to Severe, man. He has a football background, so we love when he calls in and he talks football with us. So we respect what he has to say. What do you have to say about Jacoby Myers not getting his head turned around in time? It like, do you feel like? Yeah, go ahead.
I think that's on Jacoby. I mean, I can't blame Josh. I think part of that is that maybe the ball wasn't supposed to go to him. Maybe the ball was supposed to go somewhere on that second route, because Jacoby turned around and he looked at Aiden O'Connell like, what are you doing? Like, that wasn't Josh McDaniels coming from. That's somebody that has experience in the NFL, has experience in this offense. Turn around, look at him like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, and that read was a simple read, bro. Like, they were playing banjo. So basically, on like sometimes when you run those type of rub routes or those pick routes, like what guys do, especially if it's a zone, you can't really do it in man. But if you're running a zone, you just pass that guy off, right? So you just switch it. But in that particular instance, Asante Samuel Jr. literally did not move. Like, you run that rollout to give your quarterback options. I can either throw the ball, right? I can either throw the ball to one of the receivers, I can run with it, or I'm outside of the pocket, I can dirt that ball, and it's not going to be intentional grounding because I'm outside of the pocket. Those are the three options you have. If it's not there, you get rid of it. Get rid of it. You live to see another play. You have 3 more downs to score, and the clock is not running because it's an incomplete pass. That's what I'm saying. This is not rocket science. This is not stuff that any rookie quarterback should know this, especially a dude that's 25 years old who started 4 years in college. Like, this is not hard stuff to do. And then talk about the game plan, right? So Jimmy wasn't cleared until the last minute. So let's say you're in a situation where you have a game. Let's say the game plan was tailored for Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Do you scrap that game plan last minute? The game plan that everybody had, including AOC. Do we scrap that last minute to put in an entirely new game plan that nobody had any practice with? Or do we roll with the game plan that we've been having all week? Like, right. Those are your decisions. So that's what I'm saying. It's easy to say, why are you running the Jimmy game? Because we didn't know Jimmy wasn't going to be cleared till the last minute.
All right. Let's pump the brakes on that one right there. All right. Let's park it there real quick, because one, there hasn't been a player this season that's entered the concussion protocol that's played the following week. The coaching staff, that's a trend around the National Football League right now. It is what it is. Concussion protocol says that. That should have been known off the jump by the coaching staff. If you make the decision,
wait a minute. Time out. Didn't Devontae enter the protocol? And then he played next week?
Yeah, but was he ruled out with concussion?
No. Was Jimmy ruled out with a concussion?
Well, I'm just saying that around the National Football League, the trend has been that majority of the players have been sitting out for the next prior week.
The majority of the players. Right. We just had a
guy. All right. Regardless of that, he didn't practice until Thursday or Friday, right? Why are we developing a game plan
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday without the starting quarterback even in the building? You're going to be rolling with somebody. So the fact of the matter is, yeah, Aiden O'Connell is 24, 25 years old, whatever, however old he is. Yeah. I don't care how old he is. How much experience in the National Football League does he have? And I hear your point. He has 4 years of college production for Purdue. No, hold on. We talked about taking the shots down the field. Yes, we did take the shots down. I thought that we looked better at taking the shots down the field. I thought the Jacoby Myers and the triple coverage, extremely daring, probably would have been a pick in majority of other situations. He did show to stretch the field, but there is a procedure in not sitting here and taking deep shots over and over and over again and getting a system, weapons involved, short passes, developing design plays for players like Hunter Renfrow, Michael Mayer, getting your tight ends involved in the game. And look, when they're, regardless of the quarterback holding on to the ball, regardless of if it's Jermaine Illuminor's fault or Colton Miller getting bullied by Khalil Mack, we've got to make the adjustments offensively, not to be sitting there and patting the ball. We need to have things schemed up. So I hear what you're saying, and a lot of it is true, but there's still holes in it.
That's on him. Some of that's on him. Some of that is him not getting the ball.
But some of it is also on the coach starting a rookie quarterback.
Some of it's on the coach. Yeah, so some of it's on the coach. Some of it's on the coach. Some of it's definitely on the coach. But some of that is on the quarterback. You got to get the ball out of your hands, bro.
And to acknowledge your red zone issue.
There are short routes on all of these.
To acknowledge the red zone issue, it's first down with 3 yards to go. It's first down. So we're talking about the percentages and the analytics.
It's 4 yards. It's
4 yards.
Yeah,
it's first down though. That's where the misconception is.
You have one timeout and a 2-minute warning. So if you don't get in, then you have the 2-minute warning. If you don't get in again, then what you gonna keep letting the clock run down into a win? You have that one timeout, then they get the ball back with 3 timeouts.
Look,
that's my point. So we criticized them last week. We're not
do you want points on the board or not? That's my point, though. Regardless of the time, the fact of the matter is the Raiders have not had red zone opportunity.
But my point is that from the 4, the analytics show that you are more likely to put points on the board throwing the ball. This is what the numbers say. Men lie, women lie. Y'all know the rest. This is what the numbers, this is not my opinion. This is the analytics saying you are more likely to score on the pass play from the 4 than you are on the run play. We're at the 4-yard line. Josh Jacobs is averaging 3.4 yards a carry for the game. So we need at least 2 plays in that situation. So we're going to burn some time on the clock, and then we're going to give the ball back to them under the 2-minute warning with only 1 timeout left. And if we get the ball back, then we're screwed because then they control the clock at that point. They control the clock at that point. Not us anymore.
No, I understand what you're saying. I understand. You're basically saying they're going for a quick score because they're looking at the time and they're pretty much playing chess. They know that, okay.
They're doing Herm Edwards. They're not playing for a tie. They're playing to win the game. That's what was done in that situation.
Right.
You're not playing and hoping for a tie. You're playing and hoping to get the ball back with time left and an opportunity to get a field goal. But that is the thinking in that situation.
But at the same time, though, man, I think you're discounting how much of a rookie Aiden O'Connell is. I understand he's an old rookie, 25 years old, but he's still a rookie. I do think that his experience in NFL, it showed.
Who's also getting scout team reps, who's not even the backup quarterback.
And we're not saying that he didn't make any mistakes, but it was like, damn, like we could see, like we all, Raider Nation, everybody that was watching the game, we can see that this dude was making mistakes. He was holding the ball a little longer. He wasn't understanding like the fact that everybody that was pass rushing him was literally right next to him. At some point, when you keep fumbling the ball, like get the ball out your hands, I get that, but I think what Ray's trying to say, and I agree to a certain extent, is like, when does the coach come in and take control? You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I just don't understand like how McDaniels, what is he telling him on the sideline? What is he is he scheming up anything to get like the ball out of his hands quick? You know what I mean? At least to get some. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Like, I was gonna say, I think in the second half, I don't know if it was coaching or if it's just him adjusting to the speed of the game. I think in the second half, he was a different player in the second half. He played better in the second half.
Oh,
but at that point, a lot of the damage had been done already.
Right.
All right. it's like we're already two turnovers in at that point, I believe, already.
Yeah.
So and then we had some points basically taken off the board with some bad penalties. So it is what it is. But I mean, it's you're going to trust the guy to get the job done, or he doesn't need to be in the game at that point, right? If I can't trust you to make this decision at this point, then if he couldn't trust him to throw the ball in that situation and not throw an interception, then don't have him in the game.
Man,
don't have him in the game. That's my point. If
man, I don't know about that one, bro.
To make that decision, don't have him in the game.
Man, right? I don't know about that one, bro. I don't know about that one. I get you 100%. But this was not the starter going into the season. He was inactive all of the games up until this.
But this is my point. This is what I'm talking. This is what frustrates me about people. Since week 2, people have been saying, let AOC cook, let AL4 cook. He's way better than Jimmy.
I still want AOC out there.
He's that. He's the future. And now we're saying, oh no, we can't trust him to throw the ball here because he's like, no, bro, you can't have that's you
no,
can't have
no. That isn't what's being said. I don't think that's not what's being said. I agree with you the first part. We were calling for AOC. But it's
and we still
and we still are. But like what you've been preaching is situational football. I don't just because analytics say it's better to pass on fourth. Like they're in that situation. I know hindsight is 2020. You had 4 shots. I know you're talking about the clock, but the fact of the matter is we don't even have the points yet. So the situation there is if he can make that pass, yes, great. You should trust him, all that stuff. But bro, the game plan, the decision, everything that he put AOC in position to do, specifically early in the game and then late in that drive, I thought AOC looked really good. I thought the second half adjustments were nice. You could say that was either McDaniels, that was Aiden O'Connell settling in, whichever route that you want to go. But I can't just sit here and say that.
The drive before.
What'd you say?
He let a scoring drive the drive before.
Yeah. Like the second half, whether it was adjustments or Aiden O'Connell settling in, I thought that was all good. But we moved and drove the ball down. We converted on the 4th down. I personally believe with 4 yards to go, we can't just sit here and say, well, if you think it's the rookie and he can make that play, then you got to go out there and, we've been calling for him this whole time. He's got to go make that. Yeah, but there's situations to this. Where's the tight ends getting involved in the game? Where's Austin Hooper getting involved in the game? Josh Jacobs was creating momentum in that second half of the football game. We're right there on the 4-yard line. What is it to run the football and get back to the line? You're telling me Josh couldn't get, this is all hypothetical. Josh can't get two yards on that. You run another QB sneak, regardless of the time, we have to get points. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's all a catch-22 in my opinion.
And another thing too, as well, how many quarterbacks does Josh McDaniels have to go through, and find out whatever he's doing is not working? I mean, Derek Carr had a terrible year under him. Jimmy G leads the league in interceptions still, I think, or he's up there at least. And Aiden O'Connell, obviously, we've seen him. We got some people calling in, but let's see. And we'll get to you in a second.
I'm trying to top your line tomorrow.
Nah, it's all good. But what I'm saying is I think the main issue right now, and we can talk about Aiden O'Connell. I still want him out there. I'm not sure if you feel the same way, but I still want him out there. I feel like I need more time to understand what type of player he was, because I like how you bounced back in that second half. That being said, yeah, go ahead.
No, I think no. Go ahead. Finish your point. I'll cut you off.
Well no. I just think that there's a lot of expectation on a guy that 1 is a rookie, but 2 has been inactive in all of these games. 3, he's been getting scout team reps, and then the first reps that he's not even getting second team reps. What?
The fans put those expectations on him. See, that's the fans put these expectations on him. He's the future. He's but how many times did you guys hear he's way better than Jimmy?
Well, I'm not. I hear that, and that's not realistic. I'm with you on that part. That part's not realistic. But the fact of the matter is I'm talking about the expectations based off of what happened in reality. And in reality is this is a rookie, because we're talking about, he should be able to make that throw. And I would agree with you, right? If this is the guy of the future, he should be able to go down there and make that throw in the red zone. But when you're inactive for every single game this year, you've been getting scout team reps the entire time. You have no reps with Jacoby Myers and Devontae and this number one offensive unit. You get 3 days of practice with them, and then you go in with a game plan that looks to be, and I don't know, I'm not in the room, but looks to be a game plan that was designed around Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know, man. I just feel like that rubs me the wrong way in the fact that, yes, we've been calling and asking for Aiden O'Connell, and I agree with you on that. But to expect him to go out there and perform the game plan like that was clearly called for Jimmy Garoppolo, I think that's a big ask.
Hey, severe. Okay, we got people calling you in the chat. They calling you McDaniels Stan. Are you McDaniels Stan? Do you feel like he's a good head coach?
No. I think McDaniels, he has a lot to improve on. Like, for example, one thing you guys brought up is that challenge. Like, why would he not challenge that Devontae play right there? Like that was perfect.
Oh,
but the thing
terrible.
is, like people, and it's a few other situations in the game where, I like I said, I'm not feeling. I can see the frustration seeping out. Especially you got a guy out there that's not making good decisions. But you gotta contain that. You can't let your frustration seep out, especially on the sideline. On national television. But I just think people. I mean, I'm going to root. First of all, I'm going to root for my team. I'm going to root for the guy that's coaching my team. I'm not going to just dump on a guy for no reason, especially when a lot of times it's unjustified. When he makes a bad decision, like not going, like not calling for a challenge there, I'm going to criticize him for it. But I'm not going to criticize him for being put in a tough spot in terms of who are you going to play on this Sunday, hoping that your starter is ready by the end of the week, and the guy's not ready. And I think there were some changes to the game plans. I think that we tried to take advantage of AOC's arm strength. It's just that it didn't work out. It did not work out. And I'm not saying that we have to trust Aiden O'Connell to play perfectly, but I'm saying that in that situation, if I can't trust you to make a good decision, I'm not saying trust you to win the game. If I can't trust you to make a good decision, you shouldn't be in the game at all. At that point, if you're in the game, if I can't trust you to throw the ball there, then you shouldn't be playing. That's my point. Rookie or not, if I can't trust you to throw the ball there, you shouldn't be playing. The coach trusts AR-15. The Texans trust CJ Stroud. The Panthers trust Bryce Young, right? I just have to trust you to be able to make good decisions, especially in that situation, especially on a very simple route where the guy didn't move at all, right? He's throwing before he sees it. He's not reading the field. He's just throwing to predetermined spot. That's what he did in that play. Instead of looking, it's not there, getting rid of the ball. You cannot do that. And that's my only point. But yeah, everybody has to be better, man. Like the coaching has to get better. I think defensively we played well. We got our first turnover. Mary dropped one earlier, but he finally caught one.
He playing with like 4 fingers on the other hand, so I kind of give him a little bit of Yeah. I give a pass on that first one. He caught it underhand like a softball. So hey man, whatever secures it. But I think everybody needs to improve, man, including Josh McDaniels. I'm sure Mark Davis is frustrated with people constantly telling them what to do. With the team he's growing up loving. With the team, mind you, people always, and I'll finish with this because I know you got other people calling in. Right.
Mark Davis took over the team in 2011, right? The team was worth like $761 million. The year before, in 2010, the NFL franchise had actually lost value. Like the Raiders lost value as a team in 2010. Then we gained some a little bit in 2011 to $761 million. The Raiders are now worth $5 billion. At that time, we had no infrastructure. We had the worst stadium in the league, some of the worst trainers in the league, some of the worst facilities ever known in the history of the National Football League. We now have the best trainers in the league, the best one or two stadiums in the league, and the best training facility in the league. So I'm saying, like, he's doing something right. He's doing something right.
Yeah, but we just got to get that W, man. But we appreciate you calling in, Severe. Appreciate you calling as usual, man. Good call.
FedEx.
All right, man. Peace.
Yep.
Severe, man, always coming. Oh, man, with his opinion. We just gonna have to make a segment for Severe.
I know we are.
We appreciate every time he calls in, man. But we noticed that someone did call in. If you want to call back in, the lines are open. Okay, we got a line. We got a call.
Call from.
Oh, I think that's OG in the building, man. What's going on, OG? What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep, we hear you.
Calls are coming through, man. What's on your mind, man?
Well, this year I've had to take a step back from all this stuff. They put me on blood pressure meds, so being a Raiders fan is kind of like you got to dial it back a little. I'm a lot more football fan, like watching a bunch of teams. Like I watch NFL Red Zone, watching what other teams are doing. And I'm looking at our team and going, yeah, we're not even mid, okay? Here's the thing about this thing. I want to blame Josh McDaniels. I didn't trust him coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I called it a corporate takeover back then.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, okay, when we're looking at the history of this guy, and when he was with Denver, he lost like crazy. And the following year, the team he put together after he was fired, the following year, they won a Super Bowl. And I'm like, should I be that hesitate maybe to fire him? Now, otherwise, I'm looking at it another way that video of people screaming at Mark Davis, they left him a little too out in the open. And I'm like, wow, he's sitting there getting people screaming, fire him and all that stuff. And he's like, use your smarts. And I'm sorry, Mark Davis, he's getting his bag. He's got the Super Bowl at his stadium. He's got concerts.
Yeah.
All this stuff going on. He's getting his money. Okay. We're not getting any of it. He doesn't care about the fans. Okay. Sorry. But I'll tell you, realistically, if things keep going this way, there's two people he needs to fire. Josh McDaniels and his hairdresser, okay? Let's be real. Neither one of them are doing justice for anybody, and none of them are good for this team. But, you all right, man?
I'm just messing with you. Keep going. We don't want to stop you.
But, no, man, it just... I'm watching us, and I'm going, how is this Jimmy G guy doing? Oh, injured. Well, that's unpredictable, right? Then they throw in Hoyer getting all the reps for the week, and then throw Aiden O'Connell into the fire, and then McDaniel throwing him under the bus. I'm like, come on, man. Get it real. I would like to see more of Aiden O'Connell, quite frankly.
Yep.
Let him take his lumps. But there's one person on the team I'm a little annoyed with, and that's Jermaine Illuminor. Khalil Mack used him like a turnstile in a subway. I mean, he just kept rolling through him. It was embarrassing. This guy should have never showed his face after that. There's a lot of things that need to improve.
To be fair, though, to be fair, I feel like this year the Raiders tackles are kind of left on an island for some reason. You know, This week it was Khalil Mack. The week before it was TJ Watt. You know, I don't know if it's like a strategy they're going with this year. They feel really confident, but hey, Khalil Mack just had 6 sacks, and
they brought in Illuminor from their guy. Right? Just like Chandler Jones was their guy they brought in. Okay.
Yeah.
It ain't working. Either get somebody to chip and help, or a running back, fullback to help block. Because this offensive line is like running through toilet paper. It's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
And No, seriously. John Madden, when he was old, could have ran through this damn offensive line. Okay? These guys are porous at best.
Hey, if Jimmy Garoppolo was hurt against the Steelers, what would have happened with 6 sacks by Khalil Mack? I don't think we would have had Garoppolo the rest of the year. He would have been broken.
Oh, he'd have been broken after sack 3.
That's actually a good point. Do you think Jimmy G would have been any better?
No.
No, absolutely.
I don't. It was the same offensive scheme. I don't.
Jimmy Glass would have been dead after 2 or 3 sacks.
I've been quoted as saying that he's trash, but go on.
Well, Jimmy Glass, okay, he shatters easily. Look, Aiden O'Connell, don't get me wrong. He's got that little cheesy mustache. Otherwise, he looks like my paper boy. Okay, and realistically, but he's a lot more durable than Jimmy. And he's got a better long ball than Jimmy. Wait, there are Cub Scouts who have a better long than Jimmy, but we don't need Jimmy back. Let Aiden take his lumps and show what he can be. Okay,
I agree.
But somebody's got to help Illuminor because Illuminor sucks. They brought him in. That's their guy. Just like Chandler Jones was their guy. Great choice there. He's already showing CTE. Okay, and that's that. And not being mean, I pray for Chandler Jones. Okay, because if you see him before and see him now, that guy's exhibiting CTE symptoms, just like AB. Before Vontaze Burfict laid him out, he was a different human being.
Yeah.
And like now, he's a train wreck. Okay? And I'm not joking about that stuff. I'm not being mean about that stuff. I feel bad for these guys. Yeah. But get Illuminor some help because he sucks.
Right. I mean, that's just, it is what it is right now. Illuminor. Well, there is Thayer Mumford, but I'm not sure if that's even a great option, an improvement. It's probably going to be more the same. I mean, he is younger. But that being said, man, I think the Raiders, man, they need to figure out how to win, man, right now. Because it's right now there's nothing on offense. Like I said earlier in the show, they have no identity. No, not identity at all.
No, they don't. I agree. But put Jacob in to help Illuminor block because apparently Illuminor can't do it on his own. And then when he's blocking well, like last year, when he was blocking well, false start. It's like, dude, stop. Illuminor has never been an asset. Sorry. Never liked the guy. Never thought these Patriot West should bring him in, but that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but this cool is just analyzing and watching football this year. I'm watching teams rise and fall and do all their stuff. And I'm not emotionally tied into
what team are you watching? Like what team are you kind of paying attention that obviously is not the Raiders?
Yes, all of them.
All of them? Oh, okay.
I'm trying to.
Oh, that's cool, man. Hey,
I know I have to. I can't be emotionally tied in anymore, man. Look at not last year, the year before. If you hooked me into an EKG machine, they would have declared me legally dead. Okay, and then that blood pressure issue came up, and I was like, yeah, okay, not cut out for Raiders football anymore if I got blood pressure problems.
Oh,
so
man.
It's like I need to watch.
Do I hear you packing a cigarette carton right now? Is that what I heard?
Yes, I am packing a cigarette. Wait, ready? This one is number 9 of the day.
Oh my gosh!
No. I used to do 2 packs a day.
Okay.
And then I cut it down to 1 pack. This is number 9, so I get to have 1 more if I stay awake. But, no, the thing is, man, I've been watching a lot of different football teams and just watching them play and learning a lot more, analyzing a lot more. And I watch my team, and instead of getting emotionally involved, just analyzing it so I don't get my heart rate up and all that stuff, I've had to cut my coffee back. I've had to cut my cigarettes back. I'm doing all this stuff to cut stuff back. You know,
good, dude.
I will probably never have another Mountain Dew again in my life, which breaks my heart. But you know,
you got this, OG. You know I'm in your corner.
No, I got to get stuff together physically and all that stuff. And then I found out I have another medical issue. And I'm like, damn, man, they come at you. Like my right eye is fuzzy now. I have macular degeneration. And that bothers me because if it gets into my left eye also, I'll be blind. I don't want that. I don't want that. You know?
I don't want that for you.
I'm trying to like fight off all these medical issues, and it's like, son of a bitch, man. Yeah. You know, how many birthdays am I going to have left? Not that many. I got more days behind me than I got in front of me. That's the truth. But
let's take advantage of what we got left, man, and let's take steps to keep you here as long as possible. You know, I'm praying for you, bro.
Right. Well, cut the smoking back even more, cut the drinking back a lot more, which I've been working on. And the less I'm doing and all this stuff, the more pills they're subscribing me. I got that one of those little pill things where it's got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Dude, I don't want to be that old man, but here I am. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm a Raiders fan until I die. I just don't do it as emotionally as I did because otherwise I'd be dead. I can't do that. So,
but OG, man, OG, we appreciate you calling in, always talking Raider football. Like we could tell that you're a diehard Raider fan. You're calling in to a Raider show right now. Yeah. So we appreciate your support all the way from day one. But there's some people that want to call in as well. Any last thoughts? Like what are you looking forward to this season? I know we're 1-3 right now, I know you're not a big Josh McDaniels fan. I seen that comment that you said he's a potato with a visor on or something like that. But what are you looking forward to right now? Next week we play the Packers. What are you looking for?
Well, the Packers have already been exposed. We should whip their asses, okay? And that's not being optimistic. That's being real. The Packers Jordan Love ain't that. We showed the defense we showed this past week. We're going to smoke those guys like brats and then leave them freaking cooked. Okay? Honestly.
I hope so.
We can put together a little bit of offense. We got them. They're dog water. Okay?
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that. I know that's going to happen. I believe that's going to happen.
Okay.
But what I look forward to this season, all the food that I get to cook on Sundays. That's what I look forward to.
Hey, there you go.
Dogs, brats, all that stuff, you know. But otherwise, no, man. It's 50 years a Raiders fan. Raiders fan till I die. I know you got people calling in, so let me jump off here. But I just want to show you support to the channel and say, hey guys.
Well, let me give you your outro. Let me give you an outro. All right, OG. Appreciate you calling in.
All right, you guys have a good night. I'll be back in the chat.
All right, man.
Thank you, brother.
Have a good one.
Blues comment here. If I die before the Raiders get a Super Bowl, I want them at my funeral so they could let me down one last time.
Damn, man.
Oh, that's a good one, bro.
Man. But shots fired. ONT6. I see that. I seen that comment, man. I seen you calling in. If you want to call in, I know you got a lot on your mind, so call in, man. You see the number. Anybody, you see the number 628-333-9343. Let us know your thoughts on what you think of the Raiders so far this season. Next week, they play the Green Bay Packers. Last weekend, they played the Chargers. They lost 24-17.
Bro, y'all are killing me with these, bro. Oh, you guys are killing me.
Call from
6.
Hey.
6 in the building. What's going on, man?
Good. How are you, Auntie?
What's going on, bro? What's on your mind?
Nothing much, man. Thanks for having me on, even though I don't got a master's degree or work for $1 million.
You always say that, bro. You always that's always your intro.
I'm just a little mad and pissed off. You know what I mean? Just my analogy for the whole situation is, say for example, if I hire you to work for me at a warehouse, right? I'm responsible for you to train you and get you up to speed to what I need you to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what Josh McDaniels totally failed our rookie quarterback. You know, on a point-blank pitch. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, especially he didn't have them get any reps in practice. You know what I mean? Especially the smartest thing, in my opinion, would have been just throw out Hoyer for the week. And if you really want to give the rookie a chance, you should have waited after the bye week. You know what I mean? Should have given him a whole 2 weeks to properly prepared. Especially, too, even Devontae Adams said when his first year was here, you know what I mean, this is one of the hardest systems he ever had to learn. And you expect a rookie that's never been active for an NFL game to go in there and light it up. You know what I mean? We expected too much of this rookie quarterback. I understand he was lighted up in preseason, but yeah, how many vanilla defenses and shit that you actually see or play against NFL caliber players? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I just think it's just Josh McDaniels' fault. Because at the end of the day, there's no way this offense should only be averaging 15 points a game. You know what I mean? That's horrible. The last time we had an offense average less than that was in 2009 when we had Jamarcus Russell as our starting quarterback. Michael Bush as our starting running back. DHB as our starting wide receiver. Chad Schillings as our number 2 wide receiver. Lewis Murphy as the number 3 wide receiver. And Zach Miller. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time. You know what I mean? So, and there's no excuses for Josh McDaniels. You know what I mean? For that offense, especially with all that talent.
So what you're saying is that Josh McDaniels shouldn't have started AOC this weekend. They should have waited until the bye week where he had time.
I think we lost Farrell for a minute. But you essentially wanted them to start Aiden O'Connell so he could actually have time to get starting reps with the starters, to be prepared going in for the game. And you're saying that that's on Josh McDaniels as a coach to get his players up and ready. Him knowing that Jimmy Garoppolo went into concussion protocol. How do you feel about? I want to get your opinion also though on after the game of kind of how he just almost just threw Aiden O'Connell under the bus, as to where when Jimmy Garoppolo goes out there and throws 3 interceptions against the Steelers, you know, it's almost like he goes to bat for his guy. How do you feel about that? Did I lose everybody? Oh, I lost everybody, man. All right, chat. Can you guys still hear me at least? Let me know down in the chat, man, if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yusuf says you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect, DeMarcus. Thank you.
We're having some technical issues. On T6. Hold on 1 second. Let's see.
Perfect. All right, y'all. All right. We're all good on my side. Let's just wait till they get up to date, man. And then we'll kind of pick up. Are you there, Farrell? Can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, man. Woo. Man, technical issues. Hold on 1 second.
Thank you guys also though for tuning in and let me know that you guys can hear us, man. Perfect segue. If you guys have not yet, man, smash the like button, subscribe to both channels. Let everybody know where you're at tonight. But overall, man, drop in the comment section. Moving forward, would you like to see Jimmy Garoppolo or Aiden O'Connell? I kind of want to get the temperature of Raider Nation of how they felt about Aiden O'Connell's performance. Would you like to see them roll out with AOC or Jimmy Garoppolo? Obviously, it's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo. They've already made that mandate. But if it was up to you as a fan base, who would you guys rather see, Jimmy Garoppolo or AOC?
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh man, hey man, we back. All right. See, when you go live, it's one of the hardest things to do sometimes because any small thing can happen while you go live. And
Raiders organization is trying to pull the plug.
Yeah,
trying
right.
to shut the show down.
They're trying to shut the show down. We speaking the truth right now. But before we got cut off, I think what I was saying, I was just reiterating what ONT6 was saying, and he was pretty much stating that AOC shouldn't have started. They should have waited until the bye week to start AOC because he doesn't have the reps. He's not getting the reps. And I see where he was going with it. He was really listed. He was listed inactive all 3 games leading up to the Chargers game. But ONT6, I got a question for you. You wanted Brian Hoyer instead of AOC on Sunday? Is that what you're telling me?
No, at the moment I wanted Connor if he actually got the reps and he was actually properly prepared for during the week. You know what I mean? That's what I thought actually happened. I thought they thought fucking right after Jimmy wasn't going to play during the week that he was going to get the reps and he was going to get the first string reps. But after the game, it comes out that was Brian Hoyer all week. In my opinion, why didn't Brian Hoyer start? You know what I mean? That's my whole thing is.
Wow.
At the end of the day, at the moment.
So that's actually interesting. So I didn't know that. So Brian Hoyer got all the first team reps in practice last week?
During the week. He did. It came out that Brian Hoyer, as soon as Jimmy Garoppolo knew he wasn't going to play, it was Brian Hoyer going to start. And then after that, it was Connor. And Connor didn't even get no reps with the first team. And that's what pissed me off more than anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, like I said, if my job is a head coach to get you ready to go into play, and I don't even get you first team reps with the starters or anything, that's why I think he failed him as a head coach. That's what I was getting the whole point. That's what get me mad. You know what I mean? I wanted Connor to start because you can see the offense open up more when he's in there. He was taking deep shots with Devontae and stuff. The offense is a whole different thing when you actually got a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo. You know what I mean? But I just think Josh McDaniels completely failed him as a head coach this week, getting him ready for this game.
Hey, some people might say Josh McDaniels has failed them as a coach in general so far for the Raiders, but yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. So what are you looking forward to next week, and what do you want to see AOC start next week, or do you feel like Jimmy G needs to go back to the starting role and AOC kind of go back to that third string or even backup role?
No, what I would like to see is Jimmy Garoppolo start, and then Connor just follow him around, be the number 2, and just keep Brian Hoyer inactive for now. Mm-hmm. So if you do decide right before the bye week to start Connor, he's going to have that whole 2 weeks to get the first team reps, learn the offense and stuff, you know what I mean, and just get ready to go for that, to ready for the next game. But until then, we just got to ride with Jimmy. But I just think that coaching staff just made one of the biggest blunders, like, in recent history, but not starting Hoyer, especially after them giving him the first team reps during the whole week.
Yeah, no, I get that 100%. I thought that AOC looked like the better quarterback out of Brian Hoyer in preseason. I thought he should have won the backup role. He should be getting all types of reps. At least we all know Jimmy G is going to be getting most of the reps at quarterback during practice, but at least give the rookie some type of reps. And at being the third string, you're not getting anything, maybe scout team reps possibly, but
yeah, that's all.
It is what it is, man. But man, hey, ONT6, man, as usual, man, we appreciate your support. Appreciate you calling in, man. Great call. Made some great points. But yeah, man, salute to you, man. Appreciate you calling in.
For sure. You guys have a good one. Shout out to the chat. God bless. Have a good one.
All right, man.
Hey, God bless you too, bro.
ONT6, man, one of the biggest Raider fans out there, man, calling in and supporting. But yeah, man, as you can see on the screen, man, make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Make sure to hit that like button. And man, let's get back into it, man. We forgot to get into stock up, stock down, or stock down, stock up, however way you want to see it. Hold on, let's see. There are some players that we noticed.
Yeah.
I'll just start off. I like what I seen from Trayvon Morik, man. The dude was everywhere. I felt like we finally seen him being a playmaker. He did have a cast. So I'm gonna give him a break on because he should have at least 2 interceptions.
Yeah,
2 interceptions. I think that's my guy. He's on the rise. He's playing well. We're seeing him, and a lot of people again pointed him out. I think in the preseason they're talking about this is probably going to be his best year. Last year was a struggle for him, but hey, man, he came out. He balled out. Obviously, Max Crosby, as usual, 2 sacks, should have 3 if it wasn't for David Long Jr. Mental mistake, huge mental mistake, neutral zone penalty. But yeah, man, those are my 2 guys on the stock up. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go. One, I want to say Malcolm Kuntz. I like Malcolm Kuntz. I think he's kind of stepped up in a nice way. But I do want to give a little bit of an honorable mention because he showed up a little bit, which is what we've been asking for. And that's Tyree Wilson.
Yeah,
Tyree Wilson standing up off of the edge without his hand in the dirt really helped with this get off. You know what I mean?
We should give him a little applause. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because we've seen progression.
Yeah, because Tyree's been getting a lot of hate. You know what I mean? And because Raider fans, we have PTSD, man. All these missed draft picks, and we assume the worst. But he looked good. Like he was actually making plays, pass rushing, in the run game, some nice plays. Even that Morrig interception, that was from a pressure from him.
Yeah,
so he was pressuring Herbert, and then Herbert rolled to his right, and then boom, Herbert rushed the throw through an ill-advised throw, and Morrig obviously intercepted the ball. So yeah, I agree with that. Tyree Wilson and Malcolm Kuntz too, man. I think he should be out there. I like what they're doing right now. It's kind of it's kind of happening at the right time. Malcolm Kuntz was winning on the outside for sure.
No, yeah, dude. I liked what I seen. Was he perfect? Absolutely not. Was there inconsistencies? Yeah, there was some inconsistencies, but I thought him standing up off of the edge. Yeah, I got to see his power a lot more. He showed up in the run defense.
Yeah.
But no, I think Malcolm Kuntz is stepping up into his own. I'm trying to think as well. Another stock up player for me. I want to visit the offensive side of the football, man, but it was just a garbage performance. So yeah, for me, man, I was just gonna stick with Malcolm Kuntz and then honorable mention to Tyree Wilson.
How about Josh Jacobs? 8 catches for 81 yards.
Yeah, it was his best performance.
It was a tough game. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest Josh Jacobs performance. He did add like over 100 yards in total offense. So he was able to make an impact in that game almost. Let's see who we got.
Call from.
Hello, what's going on? What's your name?
Oh, hello there, Rafael Chastain and Capitan.
Raph in the building, man.
Raph?
What you calling in? What's going on, man? What's on your mind?
There's so many things because I'm just gonna keep it short. But I mean, after the game against Los Angeles Chargers, there's no power, passion, and of course, there's no they don't have a great game plan about it. So, I mean, how the defense is gonna be everything about it? Because I'm very confident there because it seems that they have to get a dominant defense because we have to do something about it. We have to do great defense, great coaching, great offense because right now it seems that it's very difficult about it because they have some numbers about the game right now, but it seems that they have showing up for the week number 4 with Aiden O'Connor, but the defense hasn't show it. But I think we have a get it too, but about the week number 5 against Green Bay Packers because there's not many things that's scary that are motivated like a pressing unit. Because right now, because it's all about the defense. Because I know they just allowed 2 more touchdowns in the first half, and because of the Cardinals, because right now we're just facing against a weak line carrier of the Chargers, but we cannot allow it because of the defense. It can show that, but it came with a lot of pressure. But at the week number 5, I think the most important task is gonna be against Green Bay Packers. So if they're gonna show up with great and of course with intensity, aggressivity usually, because right now there's not very tough right now because it seems they have a tough schedule because right now we're gonna face against Green Bay Packers. But it seems like they're very difficult because we need to improve a lot more defense, offense, and including the special teams. Because right now they're going to say that because there are some players at the roster that didn't included about it because we need to stay the focus all the other players who can play good and play the good defense on the field.
Man, so right now we're talking, Raph, we're talking about stock up, stock down. We just mentioned some players on the rise that we felt had some good games, and we're probably leaving out some guys like Raider Ray right here says Amik Robinson. I thought he had a solid game too as well. He made some plays in the run game. He made some plays obviously in the pass game. Even and they should have called a offensive pass interference on Keenan Allen on that deep throw, and he still fought through it, made a pass defense. So Amik Robinson is definitely another guy that you guys can mention as a guy on the rise. Hey man, we know what Meek is, man. He's a tough guy. He's not going to go away, and he always makes plays when he needs to. Sometimes his size can betray him at times, but he stepped up last game. Who did you think didn't have a good game? Who, like what are guys that you thought didn't have a good game? Raph, name some players.
So I was thinking about the linebacker of Devon Diablo. I mean, that was getting really physical because I know for a fact because it's like everything could happen like this one. Because at the first season, he was looking very nervous because he was misguided, but instead of having this who misses who is really good at tackling, and of course the combination between him and Robert Spillane has to be like well-being, and of course it did happen like this because it happens a lot because if they have the reason about the tackling, I mean, Devon Diablo has been very impressive all about these last 4 games, including the combination of Robert Spillane. It's all about the tackling, and for sure has a great force and his career.
Okay. Devon Diablo, he did miss some tackles. He did have one of my favorite tackles in the game. I don't know if you remember. It was special teams play. He comes in and gives the dude like a spine buster and slams him to the ground. But a lot of people pointed this out, and I agree. Where the Raider players celebrating? They should be celebrating right now. But to be fair, at that point the Raiders were down 24-7. But yeah, Devon Diablo missed tackles. And you know who I'll
sack opportunity too,
and the missed sack opportunity.
That was ugly. God, that was so bad.
That was terrible.
I mean, the first 2 games. Yeah, I mean the first 2 games has playing well, but I agree with you because there's so many mistake opportunities in the past 2 because that would be in the drive and instead like at a touchdown, but that would literally ran into Herbert like at the stand up, but whatever, it was bad, but. If somebody can coach Spillane to quit missing tackles, that would be great about it. Because I know he missed a lot of the tackles on Sunday, but he was not breaking down for the tackle and all around the world career, so he needs to improve a lot more.
Right. And I'll add another linebacker that didn't play. It seems like what's his name has a tackling issue.
Robert Spillane. I think this was the worst tackling performance we had all year.
Yeah. Even Max Crosby missed a tackle.
Yeah, it was just sloppy. It was at least in the first half. The second half, they looked a lot better.
Right. No, I agree 100%. That first half was definitely a little bit sloppy. I mean, when you're losing 24-7, something is going wrong. So second half,
talking about the Keenan Allen laying out Tyree. Look, I seen it happen. I'm just saying his kickoff looked better. We finally seen pressures, and he got involved in the run game. You can't have everything. All right,
he looked improved. He looked improved. J-Dub says, I'm not going to say he looked good, but he did improve. He's been improving every game, I feel like.
Yeah.
He's been improving for every game. And if you guys remember, and I don't know if Ray, you remember this, when we one of our past shows, when we were kind of talking about Tyree Wilson and when he was going to come back, this is during preseason, during training camp, and there was a video on Twitter where a sports doctor was talking about the type of injury that Tyree Wilson had, and he was saying that Tyree Wilson was not going to be 100% probably until the following season, and he wasn't going to be 90% or something like that by midway through the season.
Yeah, it was week 8 or something like that.
Which I thought it was interesting, but then when you start watching, the game, you're like, man, that get off was. He's looking real. Even it still looks slow. It still looks slow, but like I said, like J-Dub said, it's improved. And hey, man, I love it, man. Hey, everybody's kind of like was kind of messing, shitting on him a little bit, like kind of messing with him. But I think Tyree, there's a chance he can be a good player, man. We shouldn't be giving up on him. Some people kind of comparing him to Cleveland Farrell. I think he can be a way better player than Cleveland Farrell.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ralph, man, we appreciate you calling in. Good call as usual, man. We any last thoughts?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell to everybody else because there's a catchphrase that I really like it, because for this moment right now, win or lose, Raider Nation till I die, and much love and respect for all these content creators, including the dynamic duo of Raider Raid and Farrell, because your shows
Appreciate you.
at Tuesday night and also Saturday night, they are really amazing, and it's approved by Capitan Rapucci because those shows are really great because they brought a lot of action and they speak with their heart because they know about the Raider Nation. So much love to you guys. Raider Nation for life, just like how David said.
All right, man.
Win, baby.
All right, just win, baby.
Win, baby.
Appreciate you, Ralph. Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right.
All right.
All right, man. We just had another call calling. If you want to call in, call back right now. The lines are open. We wanted to dedicate this show to Raider Nation. We know that loss, man, was third straight loss against the Chargers. There are some good things, but there's some things that kind of disturbed us, obviously, with Josh McDaniels, some of the decision making. What he said after in the press conference kind of threw him. Some people kind of saying that he threw him under the bus. When I seen him kind of like go after, like not go after, he stated the obvious. He struggled, but I just felt like he could have did that behind closed doors a little bit. Like,
well, I didn't think he kept the same energy with Jimmy Garoppolo creating turnovers.
That's true. I think he was just setting for him up for Jimmy to come back next week. But we got a call.
Call from
Michael. I'm calling again.
All right. What's going on, man? Appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, man. What's up, man?
What's up, man? What's on your mind?
A whole lot, man. Check this out.
All right.
I've been a Raider. Pay attention. I've been with the organization since 1972. You feel me?
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm 64, and I heard what they were saying the other day about my team. You know what the problem is, mister? They had lost their fucking identity.
All right, man.
We are the Raiders.
Keep it clean, brother. Keep it clean. We gonna respect your opinion. We gonna let you have the floor, but just keep it clean for me, man.
Oh, sorry about that. No disrespect, cuz.
All good. All good. Go ahead.
But, okay, no disrespect.
Yeah, all good.
But I saw Warren Sapp the other day, and he had said what I've been saying to neighbors and co-workers. Our team are the Raiders, not the damn Patriots, man. We have lost our damn identity. When that jerk Mike Maylock came in a couple of years ago with John Gruden, we're going to clean this team up. We're going to do it the Patriot way. First, right then and there, I said, that's a damn problem. No, we're going to do it the Raider way. Number two, I know point blank when I heard Jerry Jones a few years ago when Al had passed, Jerry Jones had said point blank, when he wanted to buy a team, one person he wanted to talk to is Al. Always call Al the godfather of the NFL.
Right.
He told Jerry Jones this. One thing you never do. Don't let nobody run your team. All you need is a coach. You are the GM and the owner. Don't you see Jerry Jones' title? Owner and GM. That's where Mark made his first mistake, letting somebody else run this team. And I just heard you a couple of minutes ago, my brother, talking about Tyrese Wilson. He's a bum. He's not going to do anything. The Raiders had a chance. Yeah. That's why you laughing. Look, I've been with the Raiders since 1972. You feel me? He's not going to do anything. They had a chance to grab that boy from Georgia, Carter, right? They didn't want him. Come talk about, we need a defensive tackle. He's right there. Then later on, oh, yes, we did make a mistake with that stupid grin on their face. He's wreaking havoc in Philly. They got to double team that boy constantly. Plus, he already got a sack. Your boy Tyrese Wilson, please, he only got one damn tackle. And that's another thing, mister. Our team, they can't draft. That's the problem. They're looking for choir boys, not football players. Like Denzel said in Training Day, right? It's chess, not checkers. And that's what these so-and-sos are doing out there.
Right.
They're not playing chess. We are getting humiliated every week practically. They can't tackle.
Mm-hmm.
They don't listen. And they can't draft. That boy that they took was Mara from Notre Dame. He ain't nothing. He can't do nothing out on the field. Get this straight. There's all types of players. There's football players for high school and college. High school and college, that's it. Some players do not have the NFL thing in them, sir. They could have drafted a boy from Georgia, Washington, 6'8", running a 4.5 on 40. Guess who took him? Pittsburgh.
Darnell Washington.
They're looking for choir.
Yeah.
That's right. They can't draft. And I want to say this before I go.
Mm-hmm.
Now dig it. The team was clicking. Now I know it's like, how old are you, sir?
I'm in my 30s, sir.
Okay, well, I got you by like 30 years.
Right.
Check this out. Their first mistake, when they had your boy in there, John Gruden, with that Chucky BS, their first mistake was when they got rid of Mac. And then they want to sit around and say, oh, well, we didn't have the money. That's a lie. 4 months after that, they said they didn't have the money. What did Mark do? What did he do? Do you know? He went out and purchased a WNBA team. Now a WNBA team out in Vegas costs more than Mac. You work every day. I work every day. If my black ass can go to the bank and get a loan, don't you think that Mark Davis could get a loan? He didn't want to because he was brainwashed by that jerk John Gruden. And what did they get? Nothing. 3 first-round picks. What did they do? Nothing. Because again, sir, they're looking for choir boys and Boy Scouts. And the only reason, like I tell fools when they listen, I get no respect for that John Gruden. It was a conspiracy. Don't you know what happened? Don't you know what happened with the Super Bowl? Huh? Him and our so-called coach Callahan, they conspired against the Raiders because John Gruden didn't like Al because he cussed him out, kicked him off the team as a coach. Why? Because he challenged Al. You don't challenge the Godfather of the NFL. That's what I always called it. Then you ever see the thing? He was leaving, talking to OJ. What happened? Al just fired me. And then Mark gonna go behind his father's back and hire somebody. Now, do you have any children? If you do, if you had a big business and I'm your son and I see that you fired somebody, that so-and-so would be the last man I hire as a coach. He's going behind his father's back. And on top, Al was rolling over in his grave. When you got Kansas City coming to our stadium and saying, oh, this is Kansas City West now. And a couple of weeks ago, Pittsburgh, you see that? Pittsburgh country.
Right.
It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, no, I was at the game. I was at the game, man. It was Pittsburgh Steelers fans everywhere. And the thing is it's literally not. I feel like, man, Mark Davis kind of, I don't want to say sold his soul for a stadium, but man, I think every home game with a quotation marks is really a road game. If you think about it, man, because we're next week we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out how many Packer fans is going to be in the building.
Oh, Green Bay is going to show up.
Green Bay is going to show up. They got to.
Of course.
Right.
Of course. But you know, like I said, you know, I'm 64. Like I told my woman's an Eagle fan. So you know what I got to hear from her. She's laughing at my team every day. She said, you could have had Carter. You didn't want him. You see, Mike, you could have had Carter. This is what I got to hear. And I said to her, they can't draft, because you know it. That's why you laughing. I'm looking at you right now.
Well, Mike, let me give you some. Let me give you pushback. I get it. I would love. We all wanted Jalen Carter, but at the time, the reason why Jalen Carter dropped to number 9 was because he had some issues in college, where
I know
with the car situation. So there is a possibility, because we don't know what goes in that the decision to pick a player sometimes. But do you think that Mark Davis maybe chimed in and was like, nah, we're not drafting that guy. Come on now. We just went through the Henry Ruggs situation. That's a PR nightmare.
Yes, yeah. I understand that too. But guess what? Philly ain't give a damn. Let me tell you something. Listen, that's why you're laughing. When people got to talk about, oh, you can't fight. Let me tell you what happened. Don't you remember a few years back when they had that jerk? I'm the Eagles coach. He was a college coach.
Oh, Chip Kelly.
Eagles.
Chip Kelly.
Yes. Did you see what happened with him? The Philly fans are hardcore the way my team used to be years ago. You know what happened? Jeffrey Lurie, they calling up the sports station. I ain't buying no tickets for this crap no more. My season tickets, I don't want them. The fans in the city of Philly started to rebel. Yeah. And once they started to rebel, Jeffrey Lurie had no choice to get rid of Chip Kelly. And you feel me?
Yeah, and you know what I'm concerned about, and a lot of people brought this up, is the fact that a lot of these opposing fans are buying all these tickets, these home game tickets. Yeah. It kind of takes away the power from the home fans.
Yeah.
Because I know Raider Nation will stop going to games if we don't like what we see. But what's going to happen is what Mark Davis all he could do is he'll just sell it to the opposing fans and they'll happily buy it. And they have,
sir. And that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's an issue.
Do you remember last year when the fans was all around the stadium and that dude with the Kansas City with the Indian garb on threw that little spear down and said, "This is our stadium now. This is Kansas City West. We got 2 stadiums." Do you remember that?
Nah, I didn't see that.
Al would have been pissed.
Yeah.
You hear me? He would have been, the Godfather would have been pissed.
Yeah. That's the ugly. I feel like if you know what, to be honest with you, the only home game that the Raiders really have is in LA. To be honest with you, when they play the Chargers, because last week I think they said it was like almost like 60-40, maybe 75-25 Raider fans. So that was really their home opener, but they still lost. But it is what it is, man. But Mike, we appreciate you calling in, man. It's your first time calling in.
That was a great call.
Great call. Taking it way back, dropping some gems in here. Any last thoughts going into next week against the Packers?
Hey, listen. I gotta tell you this. This is a joke. This is a joke now.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
I know. Yeah, it's gonna be clean. It's gonna be clean. I'm gonna take it back. What Shannon Sharp said when we used to play the Raiders. He said the coach said keep your helmets on at all times. We was throwing 8-volt batteries, and one of these young boys was sitting next to Shannon Sharp, and you know what hit him on his shoulder pad? Now I'm not saying this. He said, "What the?" He said, "Shannon, look, it's a bullet." He said, "Yeah." They be throwing bullets and they be throwing eggs out
Dang.
at the Denver Broncos. I'm telling you the truth. Hey, Shannon Sharp told me, so I'm telling you. I'm not saying we need to go back to that. Oh, and one last thing. Like I tell Pittsburgh fans, Eagles fans, our team was the first team years ago, now don't take this the wrong way, to bring a gun to the stadium day, which means if you bring a gun to the stadium, you get a free ticket to go see the Raiders. That's when it was in Oakland. That's when it was hardcore. So both of y'all, I'll be calling back again.
Appreciate you, Mark.
Appreciate the call, man.
Yo, just win, baby. And another thing, when you see my black ass calling this 702 number, pick up the phone. Because it's important.
I got you. I got you. Appreciate you.
Love y'all.
All right, love you.
Another thing. When I got more time, I got to school y'all young Raiders. Don't be fooled by that Chucky BS. It's a mirage. I'm telling you. Bye.
All right, man. Peace. Man.
I love it.
We got calls today, man. People calling, a lot of good calls. Appreciate everybody coming through. I think my camera went out. If you want to go into the chat, man, we gonna take this thing out, man.
Yeah. All right. Hey, man. First and foremost, everybody loved Mike's call. I love it. Everybody's just kind of dialoguing with what was being said. J-Dub, he was on one. I loved it. I love the call from Mike. Hey, chat, thank you guys for pulling up to the show, man. We went longer. Back-to-back shows, man. We've gone a little bit longer than usual, but, man, we want you guys to get your voice heard. We can't do this without you guys, so make sure on your guys' way out, you guys smash the like button, man. Tell people about the show. Share it. The more that you guys share it and let other Raider fans know where you guys are at on Tuesday and Saturday nights, it just grows your experience and it grows our experience, and we're grateful. Obviously, you can tell we're making improvements. We've got the show name undrafted. We've got the intro. It's not a final product, but, man, we just want to thank you guys for all the support you guys have been showing us. You guys have been awesome. Pharaoh, you got any closing segments?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, just to keep it positive, man, because I'm not gonna lie, like I was with y'all, man. I like that first half, 24-7. I was disgusted. I was, man, you seen the post the other day, man. I was like, I had to cancel this. The Raiders are trash, but they're not completely trash. They're the players. There's certain players that's playing well. We went over some of the players, some of the aspects of the defense playing well. Offense is still a disappointment. Still needs to get better. And guess what? There's about 13 more games left.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the end of the world, but hey, McDaniels right now, he's feeling that heat right now. He's on a hot seat, in my opinion. I think if he doesn't turn it around and show some type of improvement, Raider Nation right now is ready to fire him for Mark Davis. You know what? Before we actually go, do you want to go over that clip real quick?
I mean, if you want. I don't care.
I don't know if we have time, but you know what? We'll save that. We'll save that for the next show. We'll save that for the next show. It's kind of been a long show, but we appreciate everybody coming through. It's been a great show. A lot of y'all, we didn't get to all your chats. I'm trying to get to everybody's chats, man. We appreciate. Look, J-Dub, I like this guy. This is where Ray was talking. Pyro was dying.
We do need to address Auntie Six super chat.
Auntie Six, man, appreciate you,
brother.
Appreciate the support. Let me give you.
Just win, baby.
Yeah, man, we appreciate the support, man. Make sure to hit the like button. We need the support, man. We want to keep coming back and doing this. And one way to support us, the best way to support us, is to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. The road to 4K continues. I'm trying to get to that number, and then also hit that notification bell so you guys get notified every time we go live, drop some new content. Because sometimes some people tell us that, hey, you know what, we missed the live. We got to watch the replay. We wish we watched it live. What helps is hitting that notification bell so then you'll know exactly when we go live. And also keep an eye on our community tabs. So the next time we go live this week actually is going to be on Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be getting into the Packers. I tried it. We had a lot of people called in, so we didn't really get into the Packers and Raiders. But we'll save that for the next show. We'll figure out what this Packer team is looking like, and hopefully the Raiders come out with a W, man. Break this losing streak, 3 straight. I think it's time, man. It's gonna be at home in Vegas. Hopefully the Raider Nation shows out. I don't want to see Packer fans, man.
Oh, you're going to see a lot of them. And on your guys' way out, man, if we didn't get to address your questions, always leave them in the chat after the show so we can acknowledge you guys there.
Comment section. Yeah, the comment
section. Yeah. Right after the show, man. Go drop your questions. Maybe even some questions you have about the Packers game coming up. If it's a good enough question, we'll bring it to the show and we'll address it. So we appreciate you guys, man. You want to send them out the right way?
Yeah, let me send you out the right way. Hold on one second. Let me do it right. Let me do it right. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. Y'all gotta be patient with me, man. Sometimes.
Just win, baby.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Great Pharaoh. The gift of Troy is a fabulous fabric from the land of the 5 rivers.
Thoughts for the win coming into
believed that the greatness of the Raiders would be in its future.
Just win, baby. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.